The kidneys are vital organs that perform several essential functions to maintain homeostasis in the body. They chiefly filter physiologically essential substances such as sodium and potassium ions from the blood, reabsorbing those necessary to sustain the normal composition of internal body fluids. A unique function of the kidneys is the activation of vitamin D, crucial for the intestinal absorption of calcium. Additionally, they synthesize erythropoietin, a hormone that stimulates bone marrow production of red blood cells. The kidneys are both excretory and endocrine in function, instrumental in maintaining acid-base balance and regulating blood pressure through mechanisms including the renin-angiotensin-aldosterone system and control of extracellular fluid volume. One key function of the kidneys is the regulation of renal blood flow. In adults, the kidneys receive between 1,000 to 1,300 ml of blood per minute, which accounts for 20% to 25% of the cardiac output. This significant blood flow is required not primarily for the kidney's metabolic needs, but to ensure a sufficient glomerular filtration rate, GFR, for removing waste products from the blood. Neural and humoral control mechanisms play a role in regulating renal blood flow, with the sympathetic nervous system heavily innervating the kidneys. Increased sympathetic activity leads to arteriolar constriction and decreased renal blood flow, particularly during intense stimulation such as shock or trauma, potentially reducing GFR dramatically. Dopamine, nitric oxide, and prostaglandins also regulate renal blood flow through vasodilation. Nitric oxide prevents excessive vasoconstriction, maintaining normal excretion of sodium and water. Prostaglandins, although not crucial under normal circumstances, may protect kidneys from the vasoconstrictive effects of sympathetic stimulation. However, inhibition of prostaglandin synthesis through medications such as NSAIDs can lead to reduced renal blood flow and GFR in specific conditions. Various blood tests provide insights into kidney function, revealing their ability to remove metabolic wastes and maintain electrolyte and pH balance. Renal failure is marked by increased levels of potassium, phosphate, blood urea nitrogen, BUN, and creatinine, while serum pH, calcium, and bicarbonate levels decrease. Serum creatinine levels closely reflect GFR, as creatinine is freely filtered, not reabsorbed, and minimally secreted. BUN levels, however, are influenced by factors beyond GFR, such as protein intake and gastrointestinal bleeding. Kidney disorders include congenital and hereditary conditions, obstructive disorders, urinary tract infections, glomerular function disorders, neoplasms, and renal failure. Obstructive disorders impede urine flow at various urinary tract levels, caused by factors like developmental defects or kidney stones, leading to urine stasis, infection risks, and pressure damage to kidney structures. Kidney stones, calcium, magnesium ammonium phosphate, uric acid, and cysteine stones are significant causes of obstruction, each with specific biochemical associations. Glomerular disorders impact the filtration function of glomerular capillary membranes. Nephritic syndromes arise from proliferative inflammatory responses that decrease membrane permeability, leading to symptoms such as hematuria, reduced GFR, azotemia, oliguria, and hypertension. Nephrotic syndrome results from conditions increasing membrane permeability, causing significant protein loss in urine, and may develop alone or secondary to diseases like diabetes mellitus. Renal failure is categorized into acute and chronic forms. Acute renal failure is characterized by a sudden, reversible suppression of kidney function, accumulation of nitrogenous wastes, azotemia, and electrolyte imbalances. Chronic renal failure represents the progressive, irreversible destruction of kidney structures, often resulting from various kidney diseases and leading to permanent loss of renal function.